make it fast. And one more thing. We are the Southern. Yeah, we are the Southern City.
Welcome to Paltalk. I am Diana Falzone, and this is the Diana Falzone Show, and we are here every Thursday at 11 a.m. EST, and for all of you, welcome. I'm very excited today, as I usually am when I have really fun guests in studio who actually happen to be my friends in real life and the experts that I go to for my own problems. For real, we all got them, right? Well, today we have James Corbett.
Hey, how are you?
Good. And James is a celebrity hairstylist, colorist, and owns his own salon, very high-end, beautiful salon here in New York City called the James Corbett Salon. And you guys can check him out at jamescorbett.net, correct?
Correct.
Correct. And one thing I love about James is that he's really upfront and will tell you, right away if your hair is not working. He will let you know if your color is not working. He really does want to beautify the world a person at a time. So today's goal is to really talk about what's coming up in terms of spring and summer hair trends for men and for women. So guys, don't feel like you're being left behind. And it's really important too that when you are going on a first date that you present yourself in a very comfortable way and you put your best foot forward or your best hair forward, so to speak. So James, really, let's talk about a little bit about your hair background and what makes you such an expert in the field.
Okay, well, I love what I do, and I'm very fortunate to love what I do. And I've studied and trained with some of the best and most recognized names in the business for, I don't want to say how many years because that would give away how old I really am, but a very long time now. And I'm constantly updating myself with lots of the different looks from the runways. I work on lots of different beauty editors. So not only am I ahead of the trends, but sometimes I'm also helping to set the trends, if I do say so myself sometimes.
And when you say that you're a color expert, I mean, that sounds like a dangerous combination because I've been every color. And you guys have seen that. For those that are Paltalk loyal watchers of this show, I've been everything from auburn to blonde to black, now back to my natural hair color, brown. And for a lot of women, I think it's one of those things that we always play with hair color, but sometimes our boyfriends are going like, why did you do that to yourself?
True, but then sometimes, I don't know what it is with guys in blonde hair. Like, sometimes I'll see, like, it's just the blonde is so wrong for a girl, but the man will be like, oh, it's blonde hair. And they're
really?
Like, all excited. Yeah, I mean, like, some of them. Recently, as of late, we have been welcoming in our brunettes.
Thank God.
Thank God. Very sexy Diana here next to us. And Eva Mendes, Jennifer Lopez, so not everyone has to be blonde anymore. Even Longoria tried it and that movie and it wasn't so cute, and now she's back to brunette again.
Well, I think that's one of the things for women out there. If you do have questions about changing your hair color, trying something new, this is the time to really ask. So raise those Paltalk hands. And if you don't have a mic, that's okay, because Sunny in Germany, hey Sunny, he is screening our calls, and Sunny will definitely put you through to us because a lot of you do want to change your hair color for the summer. And a lot of people think that you have to go light in order to be light for the summer. And with me, I have really dark hair, and I know that if I went blonde, it's not good.
No, and then especially, it's a very good point. It's that way with brunettes, and it's that way with blondes too. Brunettes a lot can lighten up, especially if they've had some chemical processes done on their hair and start getting that rusty, orangey tones, and it's not really cute, especially if it doesn't match with your skin color. If you have too much yellow in your skin, it's just not a really pretty combination.
Right.
And then a lot of blondes also. A lot of women come into me and they think that they have to be super white blonde for the summer, but a lot of times with blondes, you have to start adding a little bit more depth back into their hair because they start over processing and over bleaching, and then it just washes them out, and then requires a lot of makeup to look good sometimes.
Well, I mean, when it requires that much makeup too, I mean, blonde it lightens you up. It almost makes you pale, so you have to overcompensate by, like you said, more blush, more lipstick, all those kinds of things.
Exactly.
Okay. We do have a question from Barbara in Pennsylvania. Hi, Barbara. Welcome to the Diana Falzone Show.
Well, whoops.
Barbara, we hear you.
Well, I'm glad I just said oops. I have a question for you, Diana, and I also have a question for James. James, my young girls, I was a very young mother and had all my children by the time I was 28.
Wow.
I used L'Oreal products from then on because my two oldest daughters, little as they were, didn't want their mom to look like a grandma. They were counting like 6 white hairs, right? Anywho, I started using L'Oreal products. Now I am also hypothyroid, and twice in the cycle of life I have had to resort to wigs because of a great hair loss. Shedding like a Persian cat, really, James. So anyway, I'm going through that process again. I did get advice on some biotin to take and a Nexus leave-in formula for rinse. But I did speak to I'm a very low maintenance woman, and I did ask the hairdresser who cuts my hair if she recommended anything and what about the coloring. And she said, if you've killed, yeah, that was a real sneaky one. If you've colored your hair for so long, then it probably will not be harmful. I'd like to know your opinion on that regarding, because I was concerned that it might be cause more damage to the hair. Could I have your comment on that, James?
Sure, absolutely. I'm happy to help. This is one of the reasons why I love what I do, because beauty is so important to us, our appearance and trying to help people look and feel their best. It's so important. And I totally understand what you're going through. I have a client of mine, very dear client of mine that's been with me for years, that goes through exactly the same problem that you do. And she's not ready to go gray either. What I do on her is I use what's called a demi-permanent hair color formula on her, so it doesn't have a